Other interesting culture news, you have Bud Light causing companies to change their hiring practices. Now, ever since the Bud Light debacle, or perhaps better known as the Bud Light business blunder of the year, where they chose a brand ambassador whose average age was in their teens, Dylan Mulvaney, you had the huge boycott in which they lost $28 billion in stock valuation and about $400 million in sales compared to the same time period last year. So a lot of these companies are looking at that wondering, well, golly, probably not a prudent idea to replicate that business blunder. Now, this has caused some companies actually to look for quote-unquote non-woke employees. Now, there's actually a recent article from the New York Post, and they found out that there's a job ad that was literally posted for a quote-unquote non-woke employee. It comes from a small IT business run in rural Western Australia called Wallace Computer Solutions. Now, this company was quite frank. They said, quote, "We are looking for an MSP technician who is now looking for a position in a company that is not woke and value diversity of thought," unquote. Which, yeah, I would say that's a pretty darn thing to have in terms of how you grow a company. I always purport, even groups of friends, a great way to grow is diversity of opinion. That's really where you actually get to challenge each other, learn about different philosophies, ideals, and see which ones boil to the surface when you're going through cordial debates. Now, they went on to say, quote, "Applicants were informed that there would be a, quote, no requirements for pronouns," quote, even more spicy, they said, quote, "We know what a woman is," unquote. Now, this is in their advertisement. And of course, this caused them to get a myriad of applicants, and of course, a lot of people who are quite angry and upset that they dare list these types of things in their ads. And they even say, they go on to say, "We do not require you to have a pandemic poke." Now, I have to somewhat obfuscate and change some of the verbiage because, believe it or not, depending on what terms you use, you actually get your videos taken off the YouTube. Ridiculous, I know, which is why I will build this out on Rumble shortly. Now, they also say, so you do not have to have, they don't care about your medical conditions in terms of what you've been putting into your body. That's your decision. And it'll be interesting to see from a hiring practice standpoint, are we going to see more companies embrace this? And will you see other companies specifically post jobs saying they are woke? You're seeing this more and more in business where it's becoming more and more political. And in terms of what you want the business to stand for, would it be helpful to have that company where the employees know right off the bat when they're interviewing what the company stands for, whether they're a left-hand leaning company or a right-leaning company? It might cut down on the number of turnover and maybe have a high retention rate because there's more transparency. And could this be used as a marketing tool specifically to get the candidates you want in terms of building your company culture, whether it be left or right? So it's fascinating. I never saw anything like this a couple of years ago. And I spent a good amount of my time on LinkedIn, whether I'm posting job openings for my company or I'm looking to connect with other folks in the industries. It's fascinating to see, will we see more companies follow this pattern? I actually suspect they will, because I think it actually will help the retention rate of employees because there's more transparency. They know what they're getting into. Just like with Disney, you're seeing a lot of people leaving that company because they're discriminated against because they're conservative. So I actually think in terms of business practices, might be a net benefit. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August, so I especially appreciate you taking time to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to like as well as comment. Your feedback is greatly appreciated as we make the show better and better every day. Really trying to get better at slowing down my pace of speech, so thanks to the comments, I know that it is something I need to focus on. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.